It started as a picture-perfect adventure, a young couple chasing the horizon in a white van, documenting every breathtaking stop for thousands of adoring followers. But behind those curated snapshots of sunsets and smiles was something darker. By the time the world realized something was terribly wrong, one of them was gone, and the other had vanished without a trace. This is the story that gripped an entire nation, the disappearance of Gabby Petito, the desperate manhunt for Brian Laundrie, and the haunting question that still lingers: what really happened on that road trip? Gabby Petito was 22 years old, an aspiring travel influencer from Blue Point, New York. In July 2021, she set out on what was supposed to be the adventure of a lifetime with her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, 23, from Northport, Florida. They packed their converted white Ford Transit van and hit the open road, aiming to explore the American West. On social media, it looked like a dream. Wide open highways, national parks, laughing together under endless summer skies. Their posts on Instagram and YouTube painted the image of a young couple in love, free-spirited and fearless. But as the likes rolled in, few realized they were watching a ticking time bomb. As the summer rolled on, their route stretched across Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming. They camped, hiked, and shared polished travel vlogs. Yet, cracks began to show, hints buried in the footage and whispers in the captions. Friends later said the relationship seemed controlling, tense. And then came August 12, 2021, a pivotal moment. A 911 call in Moab, Utah, reported a couple arguing, with the male allegedly hitting the female. Police body cam footage captured a tearful Gabby and a defensive Brian during a traffic stop. Gabby admitted they'd been fighting, and Brian had grabbed her face. Officers decided to separate them for the night, but made no arrests. At the time, it seemed like just a lover's quarrel. In hindsight, it was the first public sign of danger. After that stop, their social media posts became sporadic and strangely curated. On August 24, Gabby FaceTimed her mom from Salt Lake City, Utah. It would be the last confirmed sighting of her alive. The next day, witnesses saw the couple at a restaurant in Jackson, Wyoming, reportedly arguing with staff. On August 27, Gabby's mom received an odd text from her daughter's phone about getting no service in Yosemite. It didn't sound like Gabby. By August 30, another message came: no service in Yosemite. But Gabby was nowhere near California. The cheerful travel posts stopped. Silence settled over her accounts, and that silence screamed. Then, on September 1st, Brian returned alone to his parents' home in Northport, Florida, driving the white van they had shared. He said nothing about where Gabby was. On September 11, after 10 agonizing days with no contact, Gabby's family reported her missing. What followed was unlike anything the true crime world had ever seen. The disappearance of Gabby Petito exploded across the internet. Hashtags like #FindGabby trended on TikTok, garnering hundreds of millions of views. Amateur sleuths dissected her videos frame by frame, combed through her Spotify playlists, and mapped her every known location. News outlets from CNN to Fox News ran wall-to-wall coverage. The case became the center of a national obsession. As the pressure mounted, police began releasing more details. That body cam footage from Moab surfaced, sparking outrage that no arrest had been made. Search teams scoured campsites in Grand Teton National Park, where Gabby was last believed to be. Tips poured in from across the country. Then, on September 17, Brian's parents told police something shocking. Brian himself was now missing. They said he had gone for a hike days earlier in Carlton Reserve, a sprawling, swampy wilderness near their home, and never returned. Suddenly, the case doubled in scale. Not just a missing young woman, but a wanted man on the run. 2 days later, on September 19, searchers made a heartbreaking discovery in a remote area of the Spread Creek Dispersed Campground in Wyoming. They found human remains matching Gabby's description. The FBI later confirmed it was her, and the cause of death was homicide, manual strangulation. The cheerful, adventurous young woman the world had come to know through her videos was gone, and the only person who might explain what happened was now a fugitive. The manhunt for Brian Laundrie became one of the most intense in modern memory. Law enforcement agencies from the FBI to local sheriff's departments combed the dense Carlton Reserve, battling heat, flooding, and wildlife. Helicopters circled overhead, drones scanned from above, canine units waded through the muck. Every day, reporters camped outside the Laundrie family home, broadcasting live updates. Meanwhile, internet detectives traced his possible escape routes, speculated about disguises, and even claimed to spot him in other states. Some believed his parents were helping him hide. Others were convinced he'd fled the country. Weeks dragged on with no sign of him. Then, on October 20, investigators returned to an area of the Carlton Reserve that had recently dried out from flooding. There, they found a backpack, a notebook, and skeletal remains. Dental records confirmed they belonged to Brian Laundrie. The coroner ruled his cause of death as a self-inflicted gunshot wound. In his notebook, the FBI revealed Brian confessed to killing Gabby, claiming it was a mercy killing after she had been injured. Investigators dismissed that explanation, noting the evidence of strangulation. The manhunt was over, but closure remained elusive. The public reaction was overwhelming. Millions had followed the case in real time, refreshing social feeds for the latest clue. Some praised the internet sleuths whose tips had helped locate Gabby's remains. Others questioned the ethics of turning a tragedy into online entertainment. The case also sparked conversations about missing white woman syndrome, highlighting how cases involving white female victims often get disproportionate media attention compared to missing people of color. Most importantly, it drew renewed focus to the warning signs of intimate partner violence, signs many now saw in Gabby's behavior during the body cam stop, her apologizing, downplaying abuse, blaming herself. Advocates urged people to learn the red flags, to intervene early, and to believe victims. Today, the story of Gabby Petito stands as a chilling reminder of how quickly a picture-perfect life on social media can hide real danger. Behind the filters and hashtags, a young woman was suffering, and the world only saw it when it was too late. Her family has since created the Gabby Petito Foundation to support victims of domestic violence and missing persons cases, hoping to turn their pain into purpose. And for everyone who watched this case unfold in real time, it left a mark. The haunting realization that we all witnessed a tragedy unravel post by post. If this story gripped you like it gripped the world, there's more to uncover. Subscribe to Hidden Verdict for deep dives into the real stories behind the headlines, the mysteries, the manhunts, and the moments that changed everything. Comment below with your thoughts on this case and which true crime story you want us to investigate next. And don't forget to watch our other videos, because the truth is often hidden and together we'll find the verdict.